correct, something that my oldest son announced earlier. Next year's ceremony will actually be held in Capascasing. Why not? Anyway, what can I tell you about Colin and Lisa that most of you don't already know? So let me start off by welcoming Lisa into the family. I think she'll be a good addition. In fact, I'm sure of it, because already she's had a tremendous influence on Colin. She's calmed him down a hell of a lot. He's a lot calmer now than he was, believe me. Anyway, so what can I tell you about Colin that you don't know already? Well, he was born at a very early age in the front bedroom of our first house. And that was in the small town of Bishop's Cleeve in England. It was a hot August night, not many of those in England at that time, but anyway, it was a hot August night, very sultry. We had the windows open to keep it cool. And Lillian was laying down on the bed. And in case you don't understand this, but in England at that time, when a woman had a baby, the first one was born in hospital. The second one was born at home. The third one would be born in hospital. And the fourth would be born at home. And that was the way they alternated in those days. I don't know if they still do it, but anyway, that's how he came to be born at home. So I was stripped to the waist, sweating like a pig. And I was looking after Lillian's top half, while the midwife took care of business at the other end. Now, all the time she was in labour, Lillian made it quite clear that she was wanting a girl. So when Colin squirted out, the first thing the midwife said was, uh-oh, wrong sex. And without any hesitation, Lillian said, put him back. Well, of course, that's impossible. So we had to put up with what we got, you see. Now, when Colin was born, he was born with a mop of black hair. And he was ugly. God, was he ugly. To give you an idea, E.T. without ears. Now, to be fair, after about 6 months, all the black hair dropped out, and he came in as a platinum blonde. And I must admit, he did blossom out into a fairly good-looking baby. So much so, in fact, that whenever we took him anywhere, and people saw him for the first time, they used to say, "Oh, what a pretty little girl." After a while, we stopped bothering. We didn't bother correcting him anymore. It was okay, fine, he's a little girl. But anyway, that was Colin when he was a baby. Now, as you probably know, he's grown up to be a fairly keen golfer. But there's one little story I know about Colin playing golf that you probably never heard before. So I'll tell you about it. We went to play golf a few years ago now with a young lady. And they started off on the first tee. And they drove their golf balls down the first fairway, up onto the first green, holed out at the first hole. And then they wrote down their score, of course, and they walked off to the second hole. Well, unfortunately, about that time, somebody playing behind them hit their ball, and this little white ball came flying through the air, came down, hit this young lady on the head, knocked her unconscious. So just imagine it. There was this young lady, laying on the ground, unconscious, big bump on her head, little ball lying by the side. Colin didn't know what the heck to do. So he runs up to the clubhouse, and goes into the bar, and he says, "Is there a doctor here?" So a guy stood up and he said, "Can I have a doctor? What's the problem?" Colin says, "The lady I'm playing golf with has been hit by a golf ball. Can you come and help her?" The doctor said, "Sure." So he grabs the first aid box from behind the bar, and they go trotting off to where this girl is laying down. So the doctor says to Colin, where was she hit? And I said, between the first and second hole. To which the doctor replied, oh my God, that's a hell of an awful place to stick a band-aid. It's even worse to put stitches, right? So anyway, joking aside, I'd like to wish, on behalf of all of us here, that Colin and Elisa have a long and happy life together. I'm not so fussy about the kids. I think I've got enough grandkids already. But anyway, if that's what they want, I hope they do it. And once again, Lisa, welcome into the family, and it's been a long time, well in fact it's been never really until I met her, that a woman has called me Dad. And now she calls me Dad all the time. I never thought I'd hear that, but anyway, I do now. So welcome to the family, Lisa. And I'll get the full toast, okay? To Colin and Lisa, may they have a long and happy life together, and good luck. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers.